tonight is going to be something really special. And I wanted to talk to you first a bit about the process. And the process of creating, organizing, and running TED has been a long process, but really a passionate one. And it's been fantastic. And this evening is really where we get to showcase the ideas that we've nurtured and that we've discovered. This in the form of our internal and external speakers. And each of the speakers tonight will give you a little demonstration of how they are related to the central theme and how their talk is relevant to this. But you may ask, what is our central theme? Well, it's the main reason why many of us were attracted to join TEDxBSB, and this is why we are here tonight. And our central theme is access to education. Now, many of us, teachers, parents, students, have a certain degree of experience with education. We have tonight in the room a social media entrepreneur. We have an educator and data analyst. And we have a professional, medical professional. So what do you really know about the problems that people face and the barriers they have towards education? Well, the speakers do. And each of them, in a unique and insightful talk, will present to you their ideas on access to education. And this is in essence what makes the strength of the presentation tonight. It is the individual brilliance of each speaker within a collective idea. So I urge you to enjoy, absorb, and reflect on the ideas that you hear tonight. And tonight's proceedings will be Cheryl Miller.
Thank you very much, Cheryl. That was I've never seen Anthony Hopkins deliberated in such a nice way. But nonetheless, it shouldn't take away from the very powerful message. I'd like you to turn your attention now to charities and charity work, which is often associated with education and aid in developing countries. And Elliot today is going to talk about her unique approach to charities and the way in which she tried to expose and eradicate a system of dependency that exists now in the system of charities today. So please welcome Elliot. Thoughts, awareness, and sustainability. I think the three essential points from the lecturers talk about are the ones that we need to keep in our minds and our hearts. I want to talk about now one of the most revolutionary phenomena in our century and indeed in our generation. And this is the evolution of the internet and the connections that social media allows. And Ryan is one who has embraced these new technologies and has taken full advantage of these and therefore added a new dimension into the facet of self-improvement. So without further ado, Ryan. If any of you thought that social media was just a banal method of just communicating with your friends based on your pictures, I think Ryan is quite convincingly proved that it's not just that. Moving on now, part of the TEDx event is to include some videos of past TED or TEDx events where talks have really inspired us. And we've selected two that you will see over the course of the evening. The first one now is of a young man called Logan LaPlante, who hacked his schooling and has now permitted himself to become a more complete and more better student. So that is the first of two videos that we will see tonight. While Logan made up very, very valid points, at least he has an education. And it's funny because in the Western world that we live in today, when a child is born, the basic requirement for him is to get an education. But what I want to address now is countries where the educational system is so badly developed or so badly designed that children are actually deterred from going to school. And Monica now is going to talk to us about gender, about patriarchy, and about how these barriers are hindering the development of schooling in lower economic developing countries. Without further ado, Monica. The problems that Monica highlighted are very pertinent, of course, in developing countries. But what about the West, where we have perfect or near-perfect educational systems, so to speak? When a student complains about scholastic testing methods, he is lazy. When a parent complains, he is overbearing. But when an educator with experience in underprivileged schools attacks these methods, one could only take notice. I'm delighted to welcome Emma Spelman tonight to talk to her about her experience as a charter school founder.
Break, time to rest your brain and ready for the second half. So, first of all, I would like to talk about methods of thinking and question whether our current methods of problem solving are actually dysfunctional. Whether or not the constant negative spiral of attention we are giving actually hinders our ability to move forward. So here tonight to explain to us alternative education methods and fresh ways to approach problems is Anita Sheet.
Very inspirational talk. And how many of us now need to go home and we think how many of us need to go home and increase certain substance levels in our brain? But what I want to do now is move on to the next video. And unlike Anita's speech, which was light and using the very profound, this video is far more touching in the sense of a very difficult story of the girl in Afghanistan who struggled with her father for very long to be able to achieve a certain level of education. And who is now trying to impart that message to others and allow others the same opportunity to achieve it. When I want to talk about success and expectation that people have of success and expectation how that can be such a powerful motivational tool. How the pressure put on you by parents, by teachers, by other students can really motivate you to do well academically, to give you this drive and passion to do well in the future. But what happens when the definition of success is so narrow that it becomes restrictive, and that people are not really able to define success as they want it to be? Examining this problem tonight is Rosie. Don't let anyone define success. And if you do get ill from other people when you're successful, well, what do you want when you get ill? You want treatment. And not only do you want treatment, but you want your treatment to go well. The treatment today can be drastically, and should be drastically, improved. Through simple, efficient, and preventive data, we could all be living happier and healthier lives, but we're not. And here tonight, to delve into new age medicine, Lou. Forward to adult 30 or 40 years on my right here. To conclude tonight's presentation, we are going to witness talk from Scott. And Scott's talk is particularly touching to me, because it is a talk of bravery and a talk of acceptance. But not only is this talk very, very personal, very touching, and it can strike a chord of all of us, is the wider message, the wider impact that he's trying to impart to us. And this is what can have value to all of us. Really, I'll let him explain it later. Tonight has really been a special night. We have had some exceptional speakers speaking on some exceptional topics. The fact that they're able to relate their personal experiences with such integrity and such confidence is really a testament to the fact that they have really ideas that they want to talk about, ideas that they want to share with you, ideas that they want to share with the millions that are going to see their talks on the internet afterwards. We traveled all around the world tonight. We've gone from South Africa to the United States, to Belgium, to Czech Republic, and what this says is really that the issues that have been tackled tonight are global, they are worldwide, and everybody in any situation can make a difference. Now, each talk has been extremely individual because the speakers have been extremely individual. But I think there are a few common points that we can pull together from all of these. And these common points have been express your individuality, get away from your group, reform the society you live in, reform the culture you belong to, reform your life, redefine success for you, and work with that. And each of the talks today can add a little bit to your new philosophy of life and how to live it. Now, before I leave you tonight, there are a few thank yous that I must make, because this event would not have run itself without a few very important people. First of all, I would like to thank the speakers, who, quite frankly, without them, we would probably couldn't be here tonight. Second of all, I would like to thank the whole TEDx group. Their efforts in making the event from the roots of the beginning, where we sat in a room and had some random ideas about how we would maybe create an event toward the end of March. And it all seemed distant back then, but it's really come to fruition, and all of us have enjoyed the process. I'd like to particularly thank Sean, whose booklet is a wonderful piece of artwork, which you will take home as a memento. I would like to thank Joanna and Emma for their wonderful work in designing and creating the sign, which is really a tribute to the event. I would like to thank Susie from Community for her organization and dedication to making this event run as well as possible. I would like to thank Dan up there in Soundbox for working the lights, working the sound, and his help with the PowerPoint. I would like to thank Freddie and Lillian for coming to film the event and for the edit they're going to create for the videos that you can all take home. I would like to thank Laura, Sue, and Gary for their unwavering support, their endless commitment, and their ability to always be there for us and support us through the project. And that is all. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.